Okay, we're going to talk about the 5 types of event rental businesses that you can open or that you can mix and match in. The first one is the party equipment rental business. Now, this is the kind of business that will include anything from tables and chairs to tents to linens to lights to decorations to balloons, all kind of things that literally go along with augmenting a party or providing the equipment for an event. These businesses are good because they span all around the year. There's not really an on season or an off season because literally you will need this kind of equipment during any time of the year because of any time of the event that's going on. They are a little labor intensive, so you need to make sure that you keep track of what you're doing and how much it's going to cost you as far as labor. It could be one of the biggest expenses of it. Also, there's some maintenance that can take effect when you're dealing with equipment that is being heavily used or it is being changed out for different themes or whatever. The next one is the inflatable rental business. Now, this is the kind of business that most of you are familiar with, and you see it's the bounce houses, the water slides, the things that are basically a staple of every birthday party out there. The good thing about them is that they span quite a bit of the year. They can get 3 seasons, sometimes 4 seasons, depends on where you're at. And there is a wide variety of equipment that is available out there. So the industry has changed in such a way that you have access to lots of different things and you can make those things fit into your area. So for instance, if you live in an area that has good weather, you can use water slides because they're going to generate the most amount of revenue. If you live in an area that is densely packed and it doesn't have a lot of yard space, you pick smaller units that will fit into the backyards and still be able to give the party. So you see that there's a lot of variations. There's a lot of things that you can choose from in the industry, and it's really good. It's well established. Just tons of things in the inflatable rental business. On the negative side, again, it's very, very labor intensive, and there's some upfront costs because you got to buy the equipment and the insurance and all the other things that go along with it to make sure that you're going forward. The next one is the audiovisual equipment rental business, and this is like lighting and I throw everything in there from lighting to like the patio heaters to sound to DJ to speakers to microphones. It is a little more specific. It is used in a lot of events, especially like weddings and things like that. But it can be very, very specific. And the problem with the industry is that it is kind of diluted with people who are doing other things and are doing this as a side business. So it's a very specialized kind of industry. You need to know what you're doing, but in the same respect, I don't think that it's given its credit. Because people were always looking for the cheaper option. The cousin who's a DJ or the guy that has a inflatable movie screen. We're just going to use his speakers or whatever else that's out there. So the ups and downs. Also, there's a lot of cost. If you're going to get the good stuff, there's a lot of cost that's going to be on the upfront side. And again, people just do not put the value for what they're getting out of that. The next one is the event rental furniture. And this would include things like sofas and chairs and benches and stools and tables and catering events and things like that. It goes along with the party equipment rental, but it's a little bit more specialized, and it really kind of hones in on things like the high dollar events like the weddings and just the high dollar corporate events, parties and special occasions. It is an event. It's an industry that requires a lot of space for storage, and it requires a lot of moving and manpower. So be very careful with this. One of the other one that I saw with this would be like they use for the casinos on the run, things like that, where you're bringing in stools and card tables and things like that. Again, can be very, very lucrative, but you got to push. You really have to push it. And again, it takes a lot of space to get this stuff out there and to get it done to the point to where you're going to make some money. So keep that in mind. The last of the 5 is going to be the portable restroom business or the porta potty business. And again, very, very lucrative business. And it really spans every event. People are actually starting to do it with the home parties now. The problem with the portable restroom business is obviously that there's a sanitation problem. You have to have somewhere to dump this stuff, and you can find places. There are some RV parks that will, for a fee, will allow you to dump in their facility. It also takes specialty equipment if you're going to pump them, things like that. So, kind of keep that stuff in mind. There's a lot of old players in the industry, so be very, very careful of just thinking that you're going to grab a couple porta potties for 150 bucks a piece and break into the industry, because there are people who are already out there that are doing it and are doing it a lot better, and it's going to be tough. So if I were to get into this business, I would do something that was a little more higher end, like the portable bathrooms or the bathroom trailers. And the cost of that is going to be up there. So you got to be very, very careful. You have to be mindful of the money that's going out, and the things that are, that it's taken to do it. All right. Well, that's 5 of the event rental businesses. That you can get into, or again, like you said, you can mix them and match them. You can kind of put a hodgepodge in there of some stuff. And again, like you said, if you're doing a movie night with an inflatable, you're going to have some of the equipment that you could use for lighting and sound and audio, and as well as, with the furniture and things like that, you could do tons of different things that would mix and match and make things better. So keep all that in mind, and you guys, make the business the best that you can make it. What works best for you, what works in your area, and what you're interested in. You need to make sure that you're doing the things that are fun for you, that you're interested in, that you have a specialty in, or that you have an interest in, so that you're, maintaining your ability to put forth that effort that's going to be taken to make you the best that there is. I appreciate your time. Those are some things to look over. So keep doing it, and let me know if there's anything I can do. Again, I don't believe in competition. I believe that we're all in the same industry, and we're out there to make that money and make those smiles. So I appreciate all that you do. Give us some likes, give us some thumbs up, and we'll see you on the flip side.